Hello everybody, welcome to Dude with a Fork. My name is Ken. On today's episode of Ken Cooks Stuff, we are making Salsa Verde Enchiladas. I went to Costco this morning. I bought these grilled chicken strips that they have that I really love. And I thought, well, perfect thing to make with them, some enchiladas. The weather's getting a little bit cooler. It's not quite soup weather yet, although I did make chili a couple of weeks ago. But this is a good dish that doesn't take a long time, doesn't require a lot of ingredients, and basically you can have dinner on the table in about 45 minutes. And most of those 45 minutes are spent standing around being hungry. So let's get started.
So here are the two types of chicken that I bought today at Costco, and I realize there's a terrible glare on here. These are rotisserie chicken leg quarters, 8 count. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 8 thighs and 8 legs hooked together, not cut apart, I meant. It's 44 ounces, so 2 pounds and 12 ounces, almost 3 pounds, and this sells for $4.99. And I'll just pop this lid off here if I can. These things are notoriously difficult to open because they seal really well. And they give you a little tiny tab to pull on, but there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's another one tucked underneath there. I love these for making soup. The leg goes really well in soup. You get a wonderful broth out of this, but you can cut up some of these thighs and make tacos, chicken salad, whatever you like with them. It's really, really economical. There's a lot of skin. There's a lot of bone from the legs. And like I said, you get a really thick, collagen-rich broth. So I was glad that they had these. These are really inexpensive. I mean, and there is a ton of food here for $5. Now, can I get this back on? Probably not. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So, the other thing that I bought, and I forgot to mention, I do like this because it's already cooked. So, I don't have to handle raw chicken and get it cooked and all of that. It's there for me. And this is the other product, and the same thing here. This is grilled chicken strips. It's 2 1-pound packages. They look like that. These used to be $7.99. And then last year they went up to $8.69, which is not huge. I paid $10.59 for these. The price of chicken is just going through the roof. But these are 2 pounds. They are nothing but breast meat. They're grilled. And like I said, they're already pre-cooked. They have a long shelf life. These say use freeze by January 11th of 2022. So, of course, I will eat these long before then. Once you open them, though, you've got, it says on here somewhere, or maybe it doesn't, but once you open them, you've got about 5 or 6 days, really. But you can take them out of here and freeze them. And like I said, these are really tasty. It's actually an excellent value because you don't have to cook anything. These do make good chicken salad. I use them in tacos, enchiladas, burritos, all manner of things. And I think I'm going to make some enchiladas with these because I've got some grated cheese in the fridge. So bear with me. I'm going to cut these open and we'll make some enchiladas. So here's what we need to make our enchiladas. I have over here, I have a baking pan that is smaller than 9 by 13. It's 7 or 8 by 12 or something like that. I've sprayed it with a little bit of Pam. I have the El Milagro corn tortillas, which are the only brand that I will buy. These are 30 count. I paid $1.09 for these, and I've got some heating up. The microwave keeps telling me that they're ready. This is the chicken I cut up, and this is probably less than half, more than a third of one of those packages. If I don't have enough, I can cut some more up. If I have too much, I can throw this on top of a salad. I also went to Aldi's, so I'm going to put in some of these gorgeous green onions. I'm going to use this Verde's brand Salsa Verde for an enchilada sauce. You can use regular enchilada sauce, store-bought or homemade. I happen to have a bottle of this, so I'm going to use this. And then I have some, all right, that was open. Anyway, I have some of this sharp cheddar cheese that I bought, finely shredded. I don't remember why I have this. I don't usually buy the bag stuff, but I was hungry. It was after work. I was tired, and I didn't feel like messing around with shredding cheese. So let me get things together here, and we'll start making enchiladas. All right, so the first step is I've opened this Salsa Verde, and I'm going to pour some of this just down into the bottom of this pan, just to make sure that the tortillas on the bottom don't get too crispy. The whole point of enchiladas, of course, is that the tortillas are soft, and they take on the flavor of whatever kind of sauce you're using. So there we go. A little bit more here. Okay. So there we go. And I'm going to use the lid as my spoon rest. I chopped up some green onions. Here are the bottoms and the middle parts that are going to go on the inside. And then here are the tops that are going to go on the outside. So we're going to start with a tortilla here. And I'm just going to take some chicken. And this is a very simple process. I'm putting it on this side of the halfway mark. I'm going to add some onions. I'm going to add some cheese. And some people like a lot of cheese. I'm not super big on a lot of cheese. I'm going to add just a little bit of this Salsa Verde, not a whole lot, just enough to keep it moist in there. Perfect. And then I am going to roll this up, and I want to pull it toward me and roll it up nice and tight, and I want that seam on the bottom. And then that goes into our pan, and then we're just going to repeat. Same thing. Chicken, some cheese. The order you put these things in does not really make a huge amount of difference. It all goes in the same stomach, right? So, some onions, a little bit of our Salsa Verde here. And I am spilling that, but anyway. So again, I want to reach up, pull this stuff toward me nice and tight, and end up with that seam on the bottom. All right, let's do that one more time for the folks in the back. So, chicken. Right, you can see this, right? Trying a new way of filming, folks. It's been a while. Some onions. And again, if you don't like onions, you can leave the onions out. If you wanted to put in some roasted bell peppers or any kind of vegetable in here you want, you could do that. That would be fine. I'm going to grab my spoon, put a little bit of Salsa Verde in there. And again, notice it's not in the middle. Okay, it's on my side of the middle. So I'm going to take this, pull it over toward me, and then roll. And I'm pushing down as I roll. That keeps it nice and tight. And then I end up with that seam on the bottom. I just pick it up and I put it in my pan. Pretty simple. I'm going to do the rest of these, and when the pan is full, we'll come back and finish it off. Okay, here are our enchiladas ready to roll. This was the first one. This was the last one over here. Notice this one started to crack. If this is happening to you, it's because your tortillas are starting to dry out. So I was filming while I was doing this, so I didn't cover them, but normally I would try to keep them under a moist paper towel just to prevent that from happening. So we're going to finish this off. We're going to go in. I'm going to spoon some of this Salsa Verde over each one, and you want to make sure that every little bit of each tortilla is covered, and just so any bit of tortilla that doesn't get covered usually tends to get a little bit on the crunchy side, and yeah, you end up with a lot of extra sauce in the bottom. I could have scrunched these down and stuck another one here and another one here, but they're a little bit harder to get out of the pan that way. So this is the easy way to do this. Traditionally in Mexico, they will make a chili sauce out of dried chilies, I do believe, and then they will dip each tortilla in it and then fill it and roll it, and you get chili sauce all over your fingers, so, or enchilada sauce. So there is our covered enchiladas. Trying to find a place to put things here. Oh, by the way, this was how much chicken I had left. So you can put more in there if you want. I want to be able to taste those corn tortillas. So now we're going to sprinkle some of this cheese over them. And again, I usually don't use the pre-shredded stuff, but you work long days at work, you're tired, you come home, you need to make something, and some days it's, something's going to give. And the thing that gave in this case was shredding cheese. So not that I normally mind shredding cheese, but I was hungry, I was in a hurry, I was tired. So sometimes you make do. Sometimes you lower one standard so that you can keep the others up. So here we are. All right, so that is all covered. I'm going to take some of our green onions, and cover these over the top. And this is going to go in a 350 degree oven. I am going to cover it with foil might as well use them all up here. I don't know who needs like 4 pieces of green onion to be sitting around their fridge. So, all right, so this is going to cover up with foil. It's going to go in a 350 degree oven for about 20 minutes. I'm going to take the top off, let things get a little bit brown, cook it for another 10 minutes. Then we'll be back. We'll see you then. All right, while our enchiladas are in the oven, I'm going to show you this neat little trick that I figured out. If you're like me, you have a lot of trouble sometimes getting the foil out of here because the roll wants to pop right out. They have the little things on the side that you're supposed to push in, and the paper holds the roll, and cardboard, that thin little cardboard is this thickness is not going to hold that roll in. So what I did was I found these bread clips at Menards. These things are to put on the end of a loaf of bread. Now, I don't use them for that because I have a bread keeper, but what I did was I took a length of dowel rod and ran it through the center. Now, no matter what, okay, that roll is not coming out because the dowel rod's holding it in. And these guys, okay, get on there. They're my minions. These guys keep the dowel rod from sliding out. Nifty, huh? All right, so here are our finished enchiladas. They were 20 minutes in the oven at 350 with foil on it. I took the foil off, let them go for about another 8 minutes, pulled them out of the oven, and put the foil back on and let them sit on top of the stove just to firm up a little bit. So I'm going to dish one up. I've got a short-handled spatula. Let me back up on you a little bit here. Okay. Got a short-handled spatula, and that's really handy for instances like this. So notice, look at that. See, it's not so important that I get the cooking spray in the bottom, but it's good to get it around the edges because then they won't stick. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to grab a couple of these on the end and get them on a plate. And you know what I smell most of all? I smell the corn tortillas. Really good corn tortillas are the key to good enchiladas. All right, so I'm going to try to get this out of the way. It's still a little bit hot. Okay, so here are our enchiladas. And I'm going to put just a dab of sour cream right in the middle. And I have some chopped up tomato that I'm going to go over it with. And, try to spread it out, make it look all pretty and attractive. And, okay, so I have one last thing to go with that, and that is beer. Because I gotta have a good beer with enchiladas, and Corona is as good a one as any. So I'm just gonna bite into this one here in the end. Gosh, they smell amazing. Oh, that is so good. That salsa verde is made with tomatillos, and it's a very different flavor. So if you're getting bored with things, you gotta switch something up in there. So, wow, these are so good. Just amazing. Again, it's these El Milagro corn tortillas that make all the difference in the world. So I'm going to eat probably this entire pan. I mean, I will eventually eat the entire pan regardless, but I think I'm definitely going to have more than 2. So that's it, folks. It's simple, it's easy, it's fast. It's dinner on the table in less than an hour. So, and very few ingredients. Enjoy.
And that's it. As always, folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw here, please like, comment, or subscribe. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit that notifications button so that you get notified when I put new videos up. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, eat good things, and power to the proletariat. See you next time.